What is this about, and how close did they get?
Yeah, so it can be a difficult thing to talk about because there's actually quite a few levels of it. We like to say that Buoy is basically an app that helps you tell your friends where you are and what you need. And of course, there's a lot of different layers to that, right? Depending on who you are and what you need. Um,
Hmm.
so so um, so it's kind of sort of started by, well, the context of this is that about 2.5 years or so ago, I was in Portland, Oregon, and I was taking a street medic training, from an amazing group called the Rosehip Medic Collective. And yeah, I lived in San Francisco for a while as a developer, and I kind of wanted a life change, and I left San Francisco just to hitchhike around the country. Ended up in Portland, Oregon, and meeting these amazing people and taking this training. And one of the things that I noticed there was that in order to coordinate where we're going to be and how we're going to respond to, in this case, community medical emergencies, all we really had were text messages. And so we had this system of, if you didn't really know where you were in the city, as I didn't because I was traveling,
Hmm.
it was very difficult to know where to go and what you needed to bring there, because we had this sort of flat chat room like interface where our world was really, about where things are and where our resources are in physical space. So we didn't have tools that were very useful for that. And also, as I was hitchhiking, this was sort of the age of Google Latitude, if you remember that.
Oh
And
yeah.
I felt a lot safer when I was hitchhiking or just, traveling around, letting my friends know where I was anytime. I liked the way Google Latitude allowed you to share city location or specific locations. And then, Google famously shut down Latitude. And so I wanted to have something that's there's sort of like technological backup for that feeling too, to show to have my friends be able to find me in case I was in trouble. So this has
Hmm.
sort of like been rolling around in our head for a while, and then I talked to Rebecca about this, and we started to think it through. Some UX diagrams and so how this might actually work with developing technology and smartphones that were not quite at the same point in 2008, 2010, as they are now.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, and then with Rebecca's background in domestic violence survivor support, which I'm sure she'll talk a little bit about, we sort of realized that this could actually be useful in a lot of other situations as well, beyond simply just the individual case of I want to know, how I want to tell my friends exactly where I am and what I might need in a situation. So that's sort of where it started, and it's an interesting journey because it didn't really, it's kind of gone into a place where it didn't start out where it's going, and so it's been interesting.